As companies are seeking support to move to the digital space, there's usually a lot of confusion in the language used to define these transitions. And I've seen it very common even in the written space or even in the videos, you find people this confusing these terms which are used in this digital space. And one of the misconceptions that they usually have in this digital space is this. They always confuse digitization and digitalization and digital transformation. But these are three totally different terms. But they all digitization plus digitalization leads to digital transformation. But digitization is not digitalization. So I'm going to define for you the real truth about what each and every term in this digital space means. Digitization is usually supposed to come first, but most companies start from the digitalization space where they bring in ERPs so that they can automate their workflows and work in the digital space. And they leave the digitization for last or they don't do it at all. But if you really want to move to a complete digital transformation, all the process and the digitalization process would be key to move to that space. The digital transformation is the strategic point, and it usually starts from the top of the company. It is what will transform the whole company, and this will enable the company to be comfortable in this digital space. So basically, it applies in all the departments of the company. By the time the digital transformation occurs, all the systems in the core departments of the company are supposed to be, the workflow should be flowing in the digital format without moving back to the paper space. But you find that most companies that are using the ERPs, they're still producing paper documents. So that means they are not completely transformed. So what makes these terms different? Digitization finds the conversion of paper documents to digital. This usually occurs where a company was using paper documents and has decided that they still need this data in the paper documents to use. They still have use for the data in the paper document to be used in their workflows. So they have to convert them into the digital space so that the information that is in there can be extracted and used in their workflows or used for futuristic needs. But people confuse digitization and scanning. Scanning is not digitization, but scanning is part of digitization because if you want to convert this into the digital space, you have to scan first and then extract the information, and it's that information that to you will digitize and store in a central repository. And this can be integrated with your other systems so that they can work together. And then digitalization is where now the workflows are automated in such a way that the whole company can work systematically. The work can flow within this ecosystem. It's supposed to flow seamlessly. And this will help increase the productivity in the company by eliminating any work that is repeatable and needs to be done over and over again in the same way. So when you've digitized, when you digitize this paper document, it connects with the digitalization process. And with this, it will be the start of the process